Mong and Mai from Team Healthy Little Owls. We are back to tell you guys about our progress during the second week of Vietnam's Amazing Student Contest. Last week, we wanted to have a broad data, so we went overseas. Only one country per continent, but anyways, this week we have shifted our focus more on the community in Vietnam.
So we have successfully received more interview videos from Vietnam and more responses to our surveys from all three countries. Yes, thank you guys. And moreover, we have also analyzed all of the collected data to address the issue in more details. So now let's watch what we have done.
As we said last time, we made 3 copies of the survey for people from 3 countries to fill out. The numbers of survey we collected are 45 for US, 42 for Vietnam, and 121 for Sweden. Our target group is the students around my age, from 16 to 25 years old.
Và mình 16 tuổi.
And I'm 17.
And I'm 18.
And we are all 19.
And I am 23 years old.
25.
Now, let's move into our first question. It is recommended that people should drink at least 2 liters of water per day. Have you ever concerned about not having enough water for a day? The results from 3 countries show that only 30% of people drink enough water for a day. However, Vietnam has the biggest concern of not staying hydrated with nearly 80%. That is really serious. When we asked what people would do to make sure their bodies have a decent amount of water, the majority said they would drink whenever they feel thirsty. It pops up a question in our minds that if it's possible to have enough water by just drinking whenever you feel thirsty.
I don't really care about this problem. I just drink the water when I'm thirsty.
Và mình chỉ uống nước khi nào cảm thấy khát.
Every day. Because you don't think about drinking water every day. You just go about and feel like, oh, I'm thirsty now, I'm thirsty now. But at the end of the day, you feel that, ugh, I haven't even gotten a liter in me yet.
And when we ask about how often people have felt hungry after having dinner, most people tell that they sometimes feel hungry. The high numbers fall into Vietnam and the US, which 50% for the US and 57% for Vietnam. Meanwhile, the number is only 38 for Sweden.
I sometimes feel hungry after having dinner.
Yes, it's maybe sometimes.
And the most interesting answers that we have received are those for the question, are you aware of any reason that causes the hunger? And despite the fact that the responses come from 3 different continents, the answers are the same. And approximately 60% assert that they feel hungry because of staying up late to work, do homework, or study. And the rest claims that it is because they didn't eat much during dinner.
I only eat a little amount of food for dinner.
I think maybe I eat less in a dinner, so I want to eat more.
Mình thường cảm thấy đói khi phải thức khuya để làm bài tập hoặc học bài.
Yes, maybe snack.
Next, we have summarized the most preferred food items in this graph. As our expectation, the data shows that the majority from these 3 countries prefer high calories food, such as junk food or instant noodles, to eat if they feel hungry after dinner. However, the problem with those food items is that they need a long time to be broken down, and the time those foods are chosen to eat is often late after dinner.
Mình sẽ chọn uống sữa hoặc là ăn mì gói.
Fast food are always the best for me.
The leftovers of the earlier dinner.
I think I go with some like dessert, snack, and street food.
According to the answers in question 7, there are also patterns in bedtime after finishing the last meal. It is good to wait at least 2 hours after eating before going to bed. The results indicate that people have no bother.
Yeah, so it's about at least 1 hour after having dinner.
It does vary a lot. It can be between 10 minutes to 2 hours.
I sleep immediately after having a dinner.
However, for folks who go to bed shortly after eating, they would feel normal before and after sleeping. However, it will impact their health negatively if they keep practicing the habit.
Furthermore, we're curious about whether or not people are aware of some health concerns that are caused by this simply acquired habit. First, we ask if they are aware of any negative consequences that are caused by this bad habit, and if they want to change the habit. Many say that yes, they want to change. But however, surprisingly many say that they don't want to change because they do not notice any serious impacts on their bodies.
I'm not strict enough, so it's quite difficult to me to will change it. Yeah.
Yes, maybe this is not this time.
Yes, and like her, not this time.
I have and I am trying my best to change that bad habit.
Of course, we are, and I think we need to change that habit as soon as possible.
I maybe want to change.
If I can, if I have the ability to do so, but otherwise, I don't really see why.
Me neither. I think it's, if I don't have a problem with it, why should I change anything?
Lastly, in order to come up with a suitable and feasible solution, we would like to identify the crux of the problem by asking if there are any difficulties that hinder the improvement of this bad habit. The responses are again similar in all countries, in saying that they are busy with activities and study, and which are the things that needed to be prioritized. Additionally, laziness and lacking of motivation also get many votes.
Since it's a habit, thus it's very hard to change this.
Yeah, it can be somewhat of a bother because sometimes you have practice until late and then you have to eat because you're hungry. Then you have to go to sleep because you have school early in the morning. And then it just doesn't really fit to think about all the, I have to wait an hour, I can't eat too late and all of that.
Guys, that's it for our week 2 video. The analysis helps us clarify more of the issue we have concerned, going to bed shortly after eating issue. Henceforth, the solution will be presented next week, so stay tuned for that. I hope this video found you guys interested. Please like, comment, and hit the share button below to support us as we are halfway through this contest round 1. So, thank you and see you later.